up? You are now rocking to the only late night talk show that lets you tell it like it is. This is The Chat Room, and ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement. This is our 10th show. We are 10 shows in, and I know you guys are wondering why it's been so long. It's been about 2 weeks since I dropped a new episode, and that's because I've been working hard to really come up with this topic that we're finna discuss. It's pretty deep, and I wanted to make sure I had the right people along with me, the right guests to kind of talk to me about it. So that's why it's been so long. But this is our 10th episode, and I'm super excited for this. And before we get into it, you guys know what to do. Follow us on Instagram at the.chat.room. Join in the conversations with us. Leave comments. Tell me your opinion. What's going on? Because the topic today is finna get deep, and we don't mean to offend anybody. If we do, it's just open conversation. So today we're talking about, is the media and the music industry overexposing same-sex relationships? We're seeing it a lot on shows like Empire, Love and Hip Hop, How to Get Away with Murder, and it's just been a hot topic lately. So it makes me a little nervous to talk about it because I hate talking about it, but it must be said. So I have some great guests in the studio with me who are going to chime in this conversation. So let's just go around the room and introduce ourselves.
Okay, I'm Latoria Lemon. I am a native Houstonian, and I'm also in the entertainment world. I'm a publicist, so I do see a lot of same-sex relationships that I will get into a little bit later.
Cool.
How y'all doing? My name is Ashton. I go by Ashtonomics creatively. I'm an artist and producer. Been making music since I've been 13, and just want to, rock with y'all today and give a little wisdom and insight.
Hi, everybody. I'm Converse. I'm just known for being very gay, and people seem to like me for being very gay. So that's me.
I love Jasmine. She's going to be a key element to this. So let's just hop right into it and just go around the table and give me your thoughts. Is the media overexposing same-sex relationships? What do you guys think? Let's not all speak at once.
Right.
I guess I'll hop right in. Personally, I do feel as though it is, whether it be intentional or whether it be something that's happening, behind the scenes. It's been happening for years. Like if you look at just Hollywood and then the entertainment industry as a whole, I do feel like, it is happening. Some of the music execs, people in higher up places or whatnot, it's something that hasn't been spoken on freely in the past, but nowadays as things are becoming more open and discussed, I do feel as though it's more prevalent. You see it in shows like Empire, like you mentioned earlier, and so on and so forth. But it's definitely something we're seeing a lot more of.
What about you, Latoria? What you think?
Absolutely. I think that media is a huge influence on anything. And right now, a lot of people are looking at the gay community as a community that has more voice than any other community. And right now, that is pretty much the case. But the media is playing a big role on it. There's more shows. There's more influence in music these days. There used to be a time when no one would discuss being gay in their music. So even as far as Nicki Minaj several years ago talking about, sexing up a lady in a lot of her music. So it definitely, it's increased within the last several years, probably the last decade or so, and the media has played a huge influence on it, to the extent where a lot of people are now curious about the gay community. So
that's a good point. Jasmine, what do you think?
I think it was long overdue, because for the longest, the community's been here. We've been there. I just feel like we never had a space or an opportunity to show what we can do, what we're about. And it's been like this stigma that we're like these bad people and we're just going to ruin your lives and try to turn you out, which is not the case. So I know a lot of people who are talented that are gay that get shot down because they are gay. Just like with what's his name, Young Thug, they give him a hard time because he wears nail polish and he wears tight pants. I figured that just like maybe the black community of gay people or just the black community is, so we judge each other so harshly. Like if you're white and you have fingernails, wear tight pants or whatever, no one really cares. But black people, it's a big deal. So I think it's even harder in the black community and you're being a celebrity. So it's a lot going on right now.
I like how you put that. And that's another thing too. Back in the day, or even decades ago, we had no problem seeing women on women relationships. To us, that's normal. That's we kind of blow it off like, oh, that's cute. To some men, it's sexy. But now they're starting to really bring in men on men relationships, and now we're kind of like, whoa, like just a little bit too much. So talk about that, Mark. Why do you think it's so hard for us to accept men on men relationship, and why is it so hard for men to talk about men on men relationships?
I think because it's something that men, like straight men, we aren't really attracted to men. And in today's society and the world, it's kind of, patriarchal. It's like male dominated, male rule. Mm-hmm. So for us to see that, like, I guess a feminization of men, and that's just something that we're not used to. We're more accepting of it. We have no problem with it. It's just something that we aren't used to. And I guess it's just a process, getting used to.
Do you think Jasmine, do you think we'll get used to, I admit when I watch shows like Empire and How to Get Away with Murder, they really get in there with these sex scenes with men on men. And sometimes I'm just kind of like, ooh, I can't. It gets a little bit too much. So what are we missing? Are they kind of pushing it on us too hard? And what's going on here?
Maybe they are. Even for me, I think when two men make out, it's still a little funny to me, because especially when it's like two men that seem so dominant and so just like, guys or whatever. It's funny, but I know a lot of men that you would not think that are gay because of how they are, but they're just gay as I don't know what. So it's going to take some time, because I have friends that, they look so regular. You look so straight, and they just kiss. And I'm like, y'all are just so gay. And it creeps me out, but in a cute way. So it's going to take a while to see two men and be just open about it. I think when they're more flamboyant, people accept it more.
Exactly.
But when they're not, it makes an issue, because they expect you to be a man all the time. So it's very controversial. I don't know when it'll change.
And Latoya, you work in the media industry. So tell us about... Is it harder to book people who might be gay, or what do you see a lot being a publicist? What's the issue?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit tougher for people that are gay. Well, to a certain extent, because there's people that have made their mark, like Derek J, who I work with very often, and he's made his mark, and for him to get booked on things, you have gay people and straight people that are booking him. Mm-hmm. But again, I think a lot of times it's more so when you're secure with who you are. A lot of people give Young Thug a bad rep because we see some things and he's not confirming those things that we're saying.
Yeah, is he gay? I don't know if he's gay.
I think so, man. It gotta be.
Yeah, I just think I agree with that. I just think he's weird. I don't know if he's gay, but
yeah, I think
yeah, you can say it.
Here's the deal. I feel as though when you commit to who you are and you're secure with who you are, then you don't, a lot of times there's not an issue. But with Young Thug, he's even badmouth the gay community, but he's mimicking the gay community. So it's kind of like, how can you?
Yeah,
right.
I get what you're saying.
So that's what brings upon that. Okay, we can't fool with him. We're not gonna even book him for stuff because he's confused within his confusion. So so it's just like, there's a lot of people, especially when you look at the gospel world, which is a whole nother realm of the entertainment world. A lot of gospel people that are gay, or some are well-known download people, but to the public eye, they don't know. They're not getting booked for things because that's a realm where you're like, hey, you can't right.
Put the two paths
exactly
together,
so
yeah.
A pastor may look at it as, okay, well, how can I book you being an openly gay guy and we're preaching the word and it's just not coinciding with what's going on. So some get booked, like I said, some don't, but I think it's just a matter of owning up to who you are. Like, why be ashamed of who you are? If you're gay, you're gay.
Right.
I agree.
And as a straight male, I feel as though we would prefer if people, chose a side, basically. It's like we have nothing against gay people. It's just a matter of we want to know, what's around us. So
yeah. As a straight female, we want to know too, especially if we don't download men, I think, are just the worst. I have no problem with you being gay.
Right.
Let me know.
Right.
And I feel like that's I think that's the realm that we're crossing right now. It's just people finally kind of owning up to it and things like that. But I just, at the same time, I feel like the media is just kind of riding the wave right now. Just because it's a hot topic, we're going to make it and overexpose it. But why is that the case? Why is right now the time? And Jasmine, you'll be good on this one. Why is right now the right time to push same-sex relationships on people?
Well, I figure since, they made it okay for everybody to get married, they're just going off of that since everybody's so excited about everybody being gay. So I guess they just want to show that gay people are like regular people. Because people, I don't know, like people think, like I don't gay drive my car, I don't gay wash my hair, I don't gay eat. And so like whenever I meet people, and I hate when I go with my straight friends, they always introduce me, oh, this is my gay friend Jasmine. I just want to be your friend Jasmine. And it's so hard because even though I'm gay, you wouldn't know I'm gay until I told you and I showed you who I'm gay. You wouldn't even know. But I think we need to, like, I don't even know, like I'm trying out for a show very soon, and the main thing they told me they like about me is because I was gay. Like, what about other awesome things that I do?
Right, yeah.
Like, oh, well, no, you're gay. We need a gay girl on the show. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't mind being the gay girl because I'm very open about who I am, but it's more to me than just being a lesbian. So that's probably it. I just think we need our moment to prove ourselves, but they're just excited about it. I mean, I think it's going to die out very soon. We're just hot for right now, but it's going to die out.
Yeah.
So.
And when it dies out, what do you guys expect to happen when this phase kind of, is it going to be, do you expect to see more gay relationships in shows, or is it still going to kind of rub you the wrong way, kind of awkwardly, when you see two men?
I don't see it dying out anytime soon.
Really?
I think this is, and just to be honest, I think this is like the decade for it. I mean, like Jasmine said, for a long time, there was a lot of insecurities, maybe, where people didn't feel comfortable with announcing who they are. But right now, I feel as though when the media gets a hold to something, they kind of stick with it for a while. And so it's something that's working. Just like for a while, sex was selling. And sex still sells, but right now, if you look at the gay community, the population is bigger than any other community. So if you can sell to the gay community, then you're winning. So if you can make shows that where there's male on male, and it's we live in a predominantly diverse world, then that's what people are going to do. If music relates to the gay community, then then you're selling albums, and you're targeting a community that's basically here to stay, and there's more openness than it's ever been. So
So let me ask y'all this. If you pay attention and look closely, like in Hollywood, you've seen prominent black actors like Martin, you've seen the Wayans, you've seen Wesley Snipes dressing like drag and, wear dresses and play feminine roles. Do y'all feel as though there's like an agenda out there to, make specifically black males, more feminized?
That's a good question. I feel like I had a friend raise that topic on Instagram. I don't know. I don't know, because when they played those roles, it was so long ago when those roles were played, and we never paid it any mind too. That's the funny part. We never thought of them like, ooh, they're gay. Like if someone was to do that now, it's just like, ooh, we would kind of look at you and just like, are you gay? But when Martin and the Wayans brothers did those roles, it was just kind of like, oh, you're funny. Like Shanae, that's cute. So I don't know.
And one person that I can think of or whatnot that was like adamantly against it was Dave Chappelle. They, producers came to him with the idea like, hey, Dave, we want to put you in a dress and this and that. He was like, no, I'm not cool with that. Like, I'm not going to do it. And then, they offered him a lot of money or whatnot. And I guess to push his show and make him more successful or whatnot. But for some reason, he retreated. He went to Africa, just gave up his popular show during the time or whatnot. So it makes you wonder, like, what's really going on, like, behind the scenes, if you guys think about it.
I don't know. You got deep on that one. I don't know if it's...
That is deep.
I've never looked at it in that way. But do you guys think they're trying to push African Americans to be more acceptant to the gay population? Or is it just...
Well, I think that sometimes when it comes to people of color, there's a certain look that they want us to have in the media. It's either we're weak or we're thugs. You don't really see a strong black man on television. So again, and we also, and I always tell people this, and I have no problem with telling the world this, when it comes to media, a lot of the operating people don't look like us. So there's still a level of slavery that still takes place. So if people can say, hey, look, we want to maintain this type of look for these type of people, then ultimately they're winning and we're not. And I hate to pull the race card, but that's just how it goes. So if the writers of your show or the producers of your show say, hey, in order to keep your seasons going, in order to get picked up again, put on this dress. Some people are willing to compromise, even though that may not be something that they're for. But the image of a black man is just kind of decreasing a little bit due to the media. That's just my...
And Jasmine, you mentioned how, you know, you were auditioning for something and they really wanted you because you were gay. Did that offend you a little bit, just to classify you as gay and not just this great actress?
You know, it did at first, but then I thought, like, you know, most people who are trying to be on TV or do shows or whatever, you got to have a gimmick, and unfortunately being gay is my gimmick, but I offer more than that. But as far as, like, you know, the guys being, you know, dressing up in, you know, movies, whatever, I think maybe I want to blame RuPaul a little bit. I think people love RuPaul so much back in the day. You know, he did his little cameos in movies. He was always like the sexy, like, school counselor or something, and people loved it. And then again, black men, I don't care what anybody say, black men do the best at drag. They are usually the most beautiful, most feminine, attracting looking, you know, transgender women that I know. So maybe that's what it's good bone structure. Maybe it's the good bone structure.
You know that, and that makes me think of, you guys remember the movie Holiday Heart? Yeah, the most manliest man ever playing, you know, the drag role. And I feel like ever since I've seen that movie, I always questioned his sexuality, but
he really did so good.
He did great in that movie, but it's just kind of like, it's a money thing. Now, Mark, you're in the music industry, and even if you were to move into television or even keep in music, would you do something for money if it had to do anything with gay? Like, if someone paid you millions of dollars to produce this gay album with this gay artist, would you do it for the money, or would you do it just for the artist?
I create, you know, just for the love of the art. So I have, like I said, nothing against someone's sexuality. I mean, if they're gay, that's cool. I would work with them. I don't like hold, you know, myself away from people just based on that. But in terms of, like, compromising my art, I'm just gonna create what I feel, you know, as long as I'm being true to myself, I can create. But if there's something there like, hey, we want you to make this, but it doesn't resonate with me, then, you know, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna, you know, create that. It just has to come from, you know, within and feel right with me for the most part. So
would you want the artist off back to let you know that they're gay, or would you care?
I really wouldn't care, because I'm on the production side. I'm making the music, so I'm not, you know, lyrically, you know, saying this, and it's not like a duet or a love song, so I really don't care.
Right.
To be honest.
Let me ask you guys this. I know the biggest fear with me, and it's something that I know will go away with time, is when I have children and trying to explain to them what this world is now when it comes to same-sex relationships, especially if I have boys. And it's just kind of like, I don't know how to tell them that, just because I feel like it's going to come out more in football. We have Michael Sam, who came out, and we're going to see more and more athletes starting to cross that realm of gay. When you guys have kids, what's the conversation going to be like when they see stuff? Because I have a feeling it's going to be in cartoons soon. I'm not going to lie.
It already is.
Oh, it's already in cartoons. What is that conversation like with your children in the future? Like, what do we talk about with them about what this is and who they can be and who they can love? What's that conversation like?
I mean, from a, you know, parental standpoint, you got to be real with your kids. Always tell them the truth. If they ask questions, don't try to sugarcoat anything, and just let them know, you know, because the world it's a big place and it's a lot that goes on. So if you try to sugarcoat things from them, you know, later on it's going to deprive them, that, you know, it's going to affect them later on. So just do the best thing you can, you know, as a parent. Just speak to them, teach them, and don't try to shelter them. So
as a straight man, would you allow your son or daughter to identify as gay?
And that's where it's really questionable. I was gonna ask you and then ask Jasmine.
Don't ask me. I ain't ready to answer that question.
About just parenting in this modern society. It's like we were raised a certain way to feel and to think a certain way, but things are gradually changing. So if your child identifies a certain way, like how can we try to pull them away from that? Like ideally, I would say son, nah, you supposed to like women and look how beautiful they are. They give life and so on and so forth. But I don't know. It's just real deep.
Jasmine, what do you think for someone who identifies as gay? What's the conversation like with your children?
Even I agree with you. I would probably be really hurt if my son was gay. I would probably be really hurt. But if your child goes to public school, it's already too late because it's kids that are in 5th grade. It's like little girls already sagging their pants. It's like girlfriend, boyfriend relationship in middle school. It's just, it's there. And then I know a young man, his father is a pastor, his mom, she's always at church to go to Bible study. He's like the only boy, the only child, but he would always get caught playing his mom's stuff. He's never seen anything gay. He just always was a little sweet. So I'm like, those cases, he was always getting told, you can't do this, you can't do that. And he lived the whole life, he got married, he had kids, but the whole time you were hiding who you were. So now, like, you're 42, now you're 42 and you done left your wife. Now you live in this whole lifestyle. I figure when you notice your child is gay, don't shun them or try to change them because you're going to make it harder for them and then they're going to end up hurting their family that they have. So I think it's better to talk to them like, look, people, love is love. You might feel different and let them know how you would feel. You want to live their life, but if you're going to do this, just support them because it wasn't hard for me because honestly, I didn't care. I like mama. I like girls. I'm a little different. Oh, well, and no one gave me a hard time because it fit my personality to be gay because I wasn't fast and nothing. Like, I didn't really have girlfriends in high school, but I wasn't fast. I liked school, but I knew in my mind what I liked. So my senior, like, Grant, I'm taking a girl to prom. How you feel about that? She's like, well, I figure you was a little sugar, so it's all good.
A little sugar.
I said, that's fine, but my sisters, like my youngest sister, she says, Jasmine, I just pray for you at church that you're gonna find you a man. And I laugh because she's so holy roly and it's so cute. I pray for you so hard, all your gay friends. I'm like, thank you, Jenny, I need those prayers. And then like my brother, he like, it's cool, we do like, if you don't get, I'm gonna get a type thing. Like we go to the mall and try to say, I'm gonna get a, be my wingman. So it works out, but I wish everybody had like the family that I had who didn't too much care about it and just love me for it. But it's really hard. It's so hard to be gay, especially when you're young. It's so stressful. Kids kill themselves. People get bullied. It's hard. It's just like racism to me. It's really like racism. Like I have been turned down on jobs when they found out I was gay from like somebody who knows me on Facebook, and it sucks that I'm a little popular. Like I lost like a lot of good opportunities because I'm gay.
Not on top of you're gay, you're black, and you're a woman. You got a
black
lot of
gay
things.
Woman. Oh, that's a lot to deal with. It's just hard being black.
Yeah. So. Latoria, what about you? What is that conversation like with your kids? They grow up, if you have a son who kind of comes to you and just kind of says, I'm interested in men. That's a tough pill to swallow.
It's tough because I'm not a parent, but I can assume that for most parents, more so guys, you look at your son like, okay, he's going to grow up. He'll probably play football. Mm-hmm. He'll probably play basketball. He'll get married to a wife. And that really won't be the case. But I feel as though there will be unconditional love regardless.
Yeah.
I can't say I wouldn't be hurt because I probably would. I wouldn't force him to say, okay, no, like women, because I have enough gay guy friends to know the forcing doesn't help.
Change. Yeah.
It just creates more hurt. Mm-hmm. And the last thing I would ever want to do is hurt my kids at any rate. I just know it would be tough. It would be really, really tough, not just for him, but for me as well. Right. Because I also know that even though this society is accepting gays more, there's still discrimination from a lot of angles. So, and then I fear. I just fear some of the things that I know my gay guy friends have gone through, which, if we can get real, HIV and AIDS and things of that nature, and I see it firsthand. how they're young and it's taking a toll on them. Just a few, and again, it can happen to any of us.
Right.
Let's clear the air. It can happen to any of us, God forbid. But I just see certain things, and I wouldn't want that for my son. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna love you regardless. I do think that back to one of the questions. Right now, I don't know about y'all, but like when I was growing up, even if my parents, if we watched a rated R movie, I was so go to your room.
Yeah.
Over.
If those certain scenes came on, just like close your eyes.
Look,
yeah,
all over your eyes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to peek
through the cracks.
Right. But I mean, even from the standpoint of watching, like I distinctly remember watching The Simpsons, and even sometimes Martin would get out of hand. Back before, you could say the B word on TV, and you can say that when we were coming up. Right. But now, as a whole, there's so much more that's accepted. You can say certain things and do certain things. So I think parenting has to change a little bit more as well. So whereas our parents, even the fact of closing our eyes and putting our hands over, that's a little bit of sheltered.
It's censorship.
Yeah, it's censorship. Instead of saying, okay, look, no, these two people, they love each other. They're creating a baby.
Yeah.
But you're right. But now it's just like your child can hear it. You can literally turn on 97.9 right now and hear a host of things. Right. And so conversation probably needs to start at a younger age. Just little bitty things, just so your kids can know, okay, no, this is what this means. This is what it's about. So if you're curious about it, let's open the conversation about it.
And to piggyback on that, like, kids really aren't having a childhood anymore.
No.
Like, like she said, on TV it's nothing but, just racy stuff. And then no more cartoons. Like, we were the last generation to have cartoons, like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. We were the last generation to go outside and actually play. It's not even safe to go outside these days. So basically, with all of these things happening with kids, all of these factor into kids not having a childhood and to like be forced into thinking about sexuality and stuff like that.
Right.
When in our age, it was like innocent. We weren't even, we liked people, but it wasn't like as important or prevalent as it is.
Yeah,
now,
we weren't thinking about sex or gay. We were playing house in the cutest way possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just weird. I know in high school, I used to have a conversation with my friends all the time that I felt like being gay. I felt like in high school, a lot of girls came out and just started liking girls all of a sudden. And I kind of felt like, is it a phase that we're going through? And Jasmine, you can help me out with this. What do you guys think gay is? Do you think the media and the world is kind of programming us to just be gay and accept it? Or is it a phase? What do you think?
Well, in my personal opinion, either you're gay or you're not, but it's a trend right now. It's like either you're gay, you're pregnant, or you're gay, I think.
Gay, you're pregnant, or you're gay.
Because like when girls came out in school, I'm like, girl, you're not gay. Like, yes, I am. I like girls. Like, you're not gay.
And
you mad at your boyfriend.
Exactly. And then the next day they have a boyfriend.
So it's just, it's a fad right now. But if you like, I don't know.
When did you know that you were gay? When did you know?
What age?
What age was that? When did you?
Every time I kind of tell this story, like, oh, you got Antoine Fisher. Like, no, I didn't. So
please tell this story.
No, but I went to a sleepover and I was like the youngest person there. Is my cousin sleepover. I didn't know any of these girls. So they were like in middle school, but I've never hung around anybody that was my age because I feel like they were immature. So this girl basically got me. She's like, I was about maybe 11. She's like 14. And you would think that I would have been taken aback from it or just like, what you doing? But I was excited when she kissed me. Like, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. And then, I sat home and then I started like, going on the internet. And I was like looking up stuff. And then I asked my mom, like, Mom, did you have a girlfriend before? She's like, oh, it wasn't nothing serious. It was just, I said, well, I think I like girls like you like girls then. I think I really do. Because boys make me mad all the time. So maybe I don't know if I was turned out, but I've always known I like girls. I used to have this next door neighbor, like, and she got a little boyfriend. I was so hurt. And I was like, why am I so mad that she has a boyfriend? Like, she's my friend. But I was so hurt. And then it all made sense. Like, oh my God, I'm just gay.
It sounds like Jasmine was programmed. Don't y'all think you got to hit that you kind of was programmed into being?
I don't know. It's just like, even now, like I find men attractive sometimes. Like I can admire a good looking man. But after that, like my best friends are guys. Like we connect like on a social level, like we can get along. We talk about the same things, but when it comes to being romantic, it just does not work. I start giggling. I think it's so funny. They be trying to spit game, like, sir, I run the same game on ladies. You can't run it on me. And then they get, and then I'm too opinionated for men. They tell me I'm too opinionated. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know. I need you to be more submissive. I'm not gonna do that. And I think, because I have too much of a strong personality, men find that intimidating. But women, they think it's adorable, and I appreciate they think it's adorable. So
it sounds like you kind of, and I know this was another thing. It's funny. I talked to a lot of my guy friends to come on this show, and none of them wanted to come on because they didn't want to touch on this subject, but they wanted to talk my ear off on how they felt about it. Stupids. But a lot of them had told me that they kind of just feel like the only reason why women are gay is just because we connect on the same. It's an emotional issue for us. We don't want to deal with men for the problems, and women will understand us more on what we feel when we're crying or we're hurt and stuff. And that's why women become gay, because it's an emotional tie.
Personally, I feel as though, look at how attractive women are. The same reason that we like women and love women, women like women. Mm-hmm. So, it's not just on a connection type level or whatever. Sure, that's important or whatever, but big picture, like, or just keeping it real, just women like women because the same reason we like women, excuse me.
Right.
So, that's what it is.
What do you think, Latoya? Do you think it's an emotional factor, or is it physically just women are attracted to...
I can't speak. I can't speak for everybody. I don't know, but I have met several women that like women, and I think it's just their attraction. I don't know. I literally think that women in general, we're beautiful, no matter if we're black, white, Asian, or whatever the case may be. And maybe that's what women are attracted to. Sometimes the softer side of things. I'm not really certain. I can't really give it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always thought it was always an emotional. When I talk to some of mine, because I have tons of gay friends too, women, and I always ask them like, what is it about a woman? I think I agree with Jasmine. I agree with you. I think women are the most beautiful creatures on the planet. So I can understand the physical attraction there, but a lot of times they will always speak to me on emotions, just like, she understands where I'm coming from, and I don't have to argue with her about this because she knows when I'm on my period, she understands. It's things like that. So it's just kind of like, how is your relationship like now, Jasmine? Are you in one?
I just got one. It was horrible, but
you're not making any points right now. But no, how was that? How?
The best part about being with a woman is convenient because you understand each other. That's always nice. But see, me, I'm not emotional like women are, and most women don't like me for it. They say I'm very nonchalant.
You're the sexy man in the relationship.
Maybe that's what it is. But if I love you, I'm gonna be affectionate. I'm gonna be romantic and all that stuff. But like, I don't have mood swings. Like, I will come home, like, okay, I come home, and if I live with you, you my girlfriend, I live with you. I see you every day. I'm not going to be super excited every time you walk through the door. And we would get in arguments because I wouldn't just, hey, baby, how was your day? I missed you so much. And I didn't understand that. And then she was like the stud, and I'm the film. I'm like, why are you so emotional? I thought we were supposed to have these little roles we play. But yet it's you with all these emotions, and I don't have any. Like, I couldn't, like, she wanted me to check in every 5 minutes. She wanted to know what I was doing. If you're out with your friends, girl, I don't care what you're doing. Have fun. But if I don't ask her what she's doing, she think I'm doing something wrong. So women, I don't know, women have that. They just be wondering what's going on.
You're the guy.
So maybe I am.
You're the guy.
But it's not about emotions. I just love me a woman. They just something else. It has nothing to do with their feelings. It's just, I love them. They just, but I don't like a lot of emotional women. I try to find someone who's chill like me. Just save emotions for like weddings and funerals and childbirth. Things like that.
And the funny thing is, you describing us, it sounds like you need a guy in your life.
Everyone says that, but it's like when it comes down to the doing the do, I just can't do it. I'm like, look, it's not gonna work, sir.
So you can't do the do with the guy?
I've tried to do the do, y'all. I tried a white boy. I tried a hood boy, a church boy. I gave it a good go. I did. But I just feel like when you have sex with guys, it's like a little boy with like a toy truck just ramming it against the wall. so much fun ramming the truck. That's what I think, and that's how it felt. I'm like, it's just not as passionate as when you have sex. It's just beautiful. You have to be there to know. But
Oh, God.
it is beautiful.
You're
It's-
painting a great picture.
it is like you don't know whose end is what end. Like if you really wanted to have sex, you got tired to your body, exhausted, you could. It's no having to get it back up, getting it. It's none of that. It's beautiful. Y'all.
What does that do for you, Mark? Like when you hear things like that, and like what does that do for you as a guy?
I mean, as like most guys, we love that. We love hearing that. I mean, it's attractive. I'm gonna keep it real with you. We like that. So,
But does a part of you feel like I could give you all of that as a guy, everything that you just painted this picture to be?
yeah,
that's what I'm here for.
We do feel some type of way. I mean, if you see somebody super attractive and you know she likes women or whatever, it's like, man, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I bring her
And
back?
that's what I wanted you to
know,
hit on.
so-
And everyone will take a picture. Jasmine is gorgeous, guys. I wish you guys could
Right.
see this
She
beautiful
is.
girl. And as a guy, I would just be like, honey, you on the wrong team. I can
Right.
fulfill
Exactly.
your fantasies way more than she can.
Right.
To keep it real with you, I didn't even know she was gay until
Until she
you know,
right. Until we said something.
Right, so-
that's interesting. It's interesting. What do you guys feel about transgender people? Let's get on Caitlyn Jenner for a minute, because I know we kind of touched on. You kind of told a story about someone who, when they hit their 40s and things like that, they kind of changed. It kind of reminds me of Caitlyn. She waited until she was 60 years old to kind of become the woman that she always wanted to be. But how do you feel about people who transgender people? Are you guys kind of does it kind of rub you the wrong way for someone, if you were dating someone in a sense that used to be you and then came to the opposite sex? Would that bother you?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's made me more. I'm not gonna use the word fearful, but yeah, I do.
What was the word?
Check the neck.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's so prevalent now. You wouldn't know if somebody had surgery or whatever the case may be. Like, especially if somebody's features are a little bit masculine or whatever. It's like, well, wait, they might be transgendered, or is this a woman? So it's just a very delicate situation. I mean, as a guy, we are a bit leery of that, and just
So should we be fact checking people these days that we date? Like, it's getting to
Oh,
the point
yeah.
to where we have to do some serious background
Right.
checks. Did you
Yes.
used to be a woman? Things like that. What about you, Latoria? If you dated a guy who used to be a woman and is now, is that how it works? Am I saying that
Oh
correctly?
no, I wouldn't date.
Really?
No.
Someone who used to be. Oh no. So in your situation, it was someone who used to be a woman and is now a guy.
Yeah, no.
Really? Why?
I have no desire. I want the real deal.
right.
And normally, from what I've seen on Botched, y'all watch that show?
I've seen some
and-
preview.
I like Botched and First 48. Those are my two favorite shows.
But there's some
Very
great
different.
plastic surgeons out there that are
Yeah.
making people to be.
But you also have to realize, like, you'll never get the real deal when it comes to that. And for me personally, I like the real deal in every situation.
Right.
So I guess to go back to the original question of Miss Caitlyn,
There's some tea coming up.
you know, I've seen transgenders. I know some. Actually, one of my favorite things to do when I go to Atlanta, and even when I lived in Atlanta, was to go to the drag shows. I just a little insight. I come from a pageant background, so a lot of the pageants that I work with, we take our girls to the drag shows because the women are the drag queens. They imitate women to the T. I mean, you can't.
They're super fun too.
They're super fun. It's a lot of fun. But I just think with the Kardashians in general, everything about that show is to gain some type of publicity. Maybe at one point Bruce did have a desire to be a woman of some sort, but I still think with his situation, for one, just by watching the show, excuse me, Kate, whatever the name of the show was, he didn't know enough about the community to even speak on certain things. And I just felt as though if that was the opposite way, if I was a part of that community and I'm trying to be the spokesperson of the community and you can't even get terminology right, he was calling women him And I'm like, wait, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Like, and it just terminology was wrong. His facts were wrong. He degraded a lot of the gay community in many ways on the show, live on the show. So I'm like, a part of me just felt like I just can't buy into this.
It's a publicity stunt.
Yeah, it's a publicity stunt. And then the fact that he's now saying he never really thought about if he was going to date men or women.
That's the part that bothers me. He doesn't know who he wants to date, but he wants to be a woman, but he still wants to date women. He's still attracted to women. So that's what confuses me.
Yeah, it is a lot of those, but I think with him, it was more so her. I don't want nobody hitting y'all up saying she was calling him.
We say what we want on here. Right. Caitlin, you can call if you want to chime in.
Hello, Caitlin. But with Caitlin, it was just like, sir, you're not knowledgeable. Like you had 65 years to do your research. This isn't like he's 7 or 8 years old being a transgender person. He's 65. If this was something that was on your heart all 65 years, you would have done additional research. And it's just like, I can't buy into it. Like, I feel like my personal view is that Bruce wasn't getting enough attention on the Kardashians, so he had to do something to wow everybody. Yeah. And this icing on the cake.
Yeah. Mark, how do you feel about that? Just because this man, women, whatever, he's winning awards now for Women of the Year and most athlete. And this is somebody who we saw as this great Olympian, this Bruce Jenner, now changed into a woman, and he's winning Women of the Year awards. Right. As a guy, how does that make you feel? Like, what do you think about when you see things like that being publicized on TV?
I shake my head really and just try to keep it moving. I don't really feed into it because it's not a representation of me personally. But speaking for most guys, I know it's something that we just aren't trying to see. I mean, you know, we like sports. We like people who achieve and do things and whatnot. Why are you getting publicity for, you know, something that really has nothing to do with what you're getting awards for? So she was saying, he's not really a representation of the gay community, so why is he even on the, you know, the front lines? And, you know, so personally, I just really don't pay much attention.
And I feel like that brings us back to the whole point of the media kind of overexposing us to accept, you know, gay as gay, and it just kept making Caitlyn Jenner the forefront of transgender and LGBTQ. It's just kind of like, I think y'all are missing the point of why y'all want us to accept the LGBTQ community.
And then as a guy, if anybody tweeted something or said anything, spoke out about it, you know, we would get ridiculed.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's a catch-22. It's like you have your personal ideas or whatever, but if you speak on it, you know, you're an enemy. You can't really, so it just puts guys in a bad place, really.
Jasmine, what do you think? What on the Caitlyn Jenner situation?
Well, I've always thought Bruce was a little questionable the whole show, because him and what's the mom's name? Chris. When they were together, it was like they were besties. It never seemed like, you know, he in the room laying down some real mad stuff and it's just love in the house. I felt like they were best friends, but he had the most feminine mannerisms. He talked with his hands. He didn't walk. He glided through the house. I don't know if I was the person who saw that, but I saw. So I can't wait for this man to come out. But I didn't think he was gonna like become a whole female. And I feel like, you know, they spoke about how they used to catch him like dressing up in women's clothes when they were little or whatever. I feel like Bruce, he probably won't date men, but I know a lot of drag queens or transgender women who they're men who identify as lesbians. They always knew that they weren't men. They knew that they were women who liked women. So I know a lot of women that are like that now. So I'm like, my friend, he's a whole woman now. He has a beautiful girlfriend. They just two bad femmes together. You wouldn't even know. And they love each other. And I just think he wanted to, whatever he could do to her, that he wanted her to do it to him. So I think it's very possible.
That gay now?
That's why it's LGBTQ. The Q is for people we don't even know why we question it. It's just like, and it's like drag queens who only date studs. So it's like, when you think about it, you're not really even gay because y'all doing everything, you know, good old missionary way, but they still identify as a man and a woman, but they have the genitalia of, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so it's confusing though. It is. All right.
So I have a question for Jasmine. Do you feel as though there are people, you know, transgendered or, you know, men who get sex changes and, you know, they identify as women now, do you feel as though they might try to come, like, holler at straight guys, or do you feel like there might be some deception there? Like, they may really want to be women and identify with women, so they'll, you know, act like a woman and then try to talk to men. And with, like we said, with all the plastic surgery and stuff, is getting kind of hard to tell now. So
in other words, Mark is scared and he
Right.
needs to know
Right.
if, you know, if a beautiful woman comes his way, how can he tell if this is really,
You know, these days you can't tell because it's I don't know, it's the what's that show with the famous couples who do counseling or whatever. One of the couples, he's married to a transgender woman, and I didn't even know she was transgender.
Oh, yeah, she's gorgeous,
beautiful. I didn't know she was transgender, so I followed her on Instagram. I was like, her face does look kind of strong, but like I'm thinking she's from New York because a lot of women in New York have very strong features, like they real like and their jaws is real long. So like maybe she's like one of them New York girls, but she was a full, you know, well not no more, but she was a guy. But I think you're going to have to ask and listen to their voices and look at them big hands and big hands. You
I
can't
think you
get
just
rid of
need to
it.
do
pictures.
Baby
Yeah.
pictures. Or like King of
Family.
Maya. King of Maya is like, see, King of Maya still has his thing or whatever, but I think he is so beautiful. I said, if I ever be with a man, it would probably have to be King of Maya because I still get my man and I still get my woman. If that sounds weird, because he is so beautiful. He is so... And he smells so good. His skin so soft. I was like, you were just so pretty. But he's like, I got that. He said with his little deep voice. It's like, oh, you do got it. I ain't getting rid of it.
that's so,
And I said, well, see, that could probably work out for me. Maybe that's how I'm supposed to do it. And then I was drunk, though. But, like, I think that's the only way. Or Drake. But then again, the gay community loves Drake. Every gay girl I know loves Drake. I think it's because we feel like he's so sweet and sensitive.
he's sensitive.
If we wanted to be like, baby, I love you, but I want a girlfriend too, he'd probably be okay with it. And like, you can't touch her though. It's okay, babe. Whatever I need to do for you, I'll do it.
It's just, see, and that's the part that I'm still trying to figure out. And we figured out Jasmine kind of programmed. She kind of fell into her gay situation, and that's what I'm trying to kind of figure out. Do you guys think that sometimes it's a genetic thing? Is it something in your brain or head as a little child that kind of makes you just see gay off back? Like,
Well, for a while, like, well, it got, I think it was like the 80s, but they had it where if you were gay or homo, whatever they call it, it was like a psychiatric disorder.
Yeah.
And it was actually like considered
a sickness.
a diagnosis. So
Yeah.
when they banned it, because I mean, it's a lot of people who've never seen anything gay in their lives, but they are just so gay. And it's not an on-off switch. Either you are or you aren't. Like, even though I had somebody kind of exposed me to it, I already knew that I liked women. I just needed to do it and to see how I was going to react to it. Because I feel like every girl, it's easy for women to be gay. Because, you know, you get drunk. Most girls get real drunk. They kiss their friends. They be grinding on their friends. It just happens. And if y'all happen to kiss and it be too good, you be like, you know what? And you sit and think, it's like, maybe I'm a little gay. And I wish it was easy for guys like that. Because it's so hard for guys. But it's so easy for women to be gay, and it's really easy. I know a lot of women who are gay, but they're not really gay. It's easy. Like, you get you a good girlfriend, they take care of you, you laying there getting service all day. They're not really gay, they just get free services. So,
That's the thing about it. So why is it? Let's just jump back on the men on men. Once again, why is it so hard for men to kind of? Why is it so hard? And I want to hear from the ladies on this one because I know actually you kind of talked to them on that. Why do you guys think it's so hard for straight men to talk about gay relationships if they're supposed to be so comfortable with their sexuality? Why is it still so hard for men?
I think if a man is too angry or he's too aggressive about it, he's gay. That's how I've always felt. Like, why is it bothering you so bad? You got some unresolved issues deep down inside? Because, like, I know a lot of straight men who love Will and Grace. I'm like, you love it too much. You might be a little gay. Because, I mean, like, that show, you know, for a long time, they never showed, you know, like the little gay guys kissing men. They would go on dates or a hug or anything, but it took like a little deep into the season for them to actually show like a kissing scene. So even at that point, that was like back in the 90s or whatever, it took a while for them to do it to where people could accept it. So, I mean, it was going to happen even then. I'm like, oh, we can't see Will kiss. I want to see Will kiss a boy. I love Will.
See, I'm still not ready for that. When I watch, you know, my shows, my How to Get Away with Murder, my Empire, and God knows I love that little boy on Empire. But every time I see him interact in a gay scene, I'm just like, oh, it it makes me cringe a little
But
bit.
he's so good at it because he's really gay.
He's really
that's
gay,
what it is.
and that's what it is. But still, sometimes I don't want to see that. You know, I'm okay with a little peck, a little, you know, me knowing that you're gay. But it gets a little too serious with the gay scene, kind of like Brokeback Mountain when that came out. And I know that was I feel like to the world that was kind of like the first movie that kind of just opened up, you know, men on men relationships, and they kind of hit that scene real hard, and it's just like, ooh. You know, and it's just, why do you think, Latoya, it's so hard for, well, they're pushing men on us the hardest right now, but I still feel like straight men are not, we not with it. Why do you think it's so hard?
Well, I think they're pushing the men on us because, again, you gotta go back to the root of it. A lot of these writers and producers and things, they're gay themselves. So this is like the opportunity for them to share their story. You know what I mean? And so it's just one of those things. I think, as Jasmine said earlier, women on women relationships have kind of been around and accepted a lot more, right? But now we're starting to see where two guys are kissing and, you know, two guys are hugged up and stuff. And I'll be honest, for me, it's very weird. Seriously, like my Atlanta hairstylist, he's gayer than gay. And the last time I saw him, his man was with him, and his man was treating him better than any man ever treated me in my life.
Don't you hate that?
I was like, where did you find him? But I mean, again, I think that it's something that it's becoming more flamboyant, if I must use, and people are starting to see it more. But for me, it does kind of, I get a little, I'm not gonna say grossed out, but I get it like, dang, really, like on Love and Hip Hop. What are those two
Miles
guys?
and Milan.
Yeah, those two guys. When I see them, to me, initially looking at them without any sounds, they both look masculine to me. So when I see them interact, I'm like, dang, really? Like, who's who in this situation? Well, but
as the show progressed, you definitely,
Initially, I was like, no, especially the short, dark skin one. What's his name?
Milan.
He is just the cutest little thing.
They're both very attractive men.
They
That's the thing.
So to me, it was just like I was like, I don't know if I was ready to see them in the bed together like that. I don't know if I'll ever be ready, just to be honest. You know, and it's no shade towards any of them, but it's just, I don't know. Like I was surprised to see two openly gay men on Love and Hip Hop, but I mean, I know it's a moneymaker.
It is. Actually, how do you think that's doing for our African American male culture, that we're seeing that popular shows like Love and Hip Hop are starting to expose men in hip hop and men in media for being gay? What, as an African American man, straight man,
right?
How does that make you feel?
I feel like it's making us look bad as a whole because, you know, in the past we've come, you know, pretty far. We're trying to, you know, rise up above societal norms and this and that. We're trying to grow as a people and progress. And, you know, just putting sexuality aside, you know, it's hard for us to look well represented, look polished and educated when we are, you know, the majority of us are doing well across America. But, you know, here's the media portraying us a certain way. Like Latoya pointed out earlier, we're either drug dealers, we're thugs, or, you know, whatever the case may be.
And now you guys are gay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, why do we have to be all this when, you know, as a whole, you know, as a people, you know, we're better than that. We're polished.
Yeah. That brings up a good point, just because the most popular men when it comes to like gay, I automatically think of like Michael Sam, who got so much publicity in media, of course, being the first openly gay football player, things like that. But we polished him so much, and this is an African American man. And then we get these two boys on Love and Hip Hop, and then we're getting these Empire characters who just getting all this spotlight, but they're gay. And it just kind of makes me sad for our straight African American men, because it's just like, where they shine, you know?
Right.
I've gotten confused on some things. One is, if I openly said right now, y'all, I'm a straight black woman, nobody would celebrate it. So how come it's celebrated so much when someone says I'm openly gay?
Right.
I mean, if we're, as people, Why do we have to? That's just like me walking into a room and saying, "Y'all, I'm black.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a black woman." I mean, why are
Put
we
it on
celebrating?
a pedestal.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and again, it's no shade. It's a question. Why must it be celebrated when we all human? I mean, if I openly say who I am and what I am, it's not going to be celebrated. So why is it now celebrated? I mean, just all across the board, whether it's football, basketball, or whatever the case may be. Be you. Being
Right.
you should be celebrated internally. You don't have to wait for the world to applaud you on anything you do. So what makes this different?
Right.
And I feel like that was kind of Michael Sam's downfall in the sense that the fact that he came out before he even got drafted. Because my thing was, if you would have kept that to yourself for a little bit, got on the football team that you wanted to, been
Right.
drafted how you should have been drafted,
Right.
and then came out and said you were gay, we wouldn't care. As long as you scoring them touchdowns and
Right.
stuff, I
Exactly.
don't care who you are.
Yeah,
But the
he-
fact that you kind of said it, nobody wanted to pick you up. You're not on anyone's team. And I think, you're in Canada now playing football because you kind of came out and said that. But it's just like we put him on a pedestal, and that makes a good point. And so, Jasmine, how do you feel about that? That gay is now it's a pedestal. Not you can't say you're a black woman, but if you say I'm a gay black woman, you get that part in that show. What is that?
People. You know, I was talking to my grandmother about this the other day. I'm like, Granny, it's just like when you're on the news, if it's two little white boys who got into some type of scuffle and somebody got shot, two young teens, okay? And if it's black kids, it's two black men. Okay, so it's just like being gay is just like being black, but it's like the fact that we are gay and black, we got to emphasize on both them things because we're kind of past the racism thing, really, but not really. But we've had some footwork in it. It's planted. But, you know, gay is like, this is our moment when we finally got some leeway. Like, we can get married. Now we can kind of get the jobs we want. It's like, this is our platform now just to be openly gay. So being gay is kind of a celebration for the longest. You know, people have to be in, you know how hard it is to be in the closet. I wasn't in the closet, but do you know how hard it is? It is frustrating. It's crazy. Like, principals who are like, I have a principal. Well, at first she's a full blown lesbian and she's on the east side, gay as whatever. And for a long time, she should have been got these awards. We like nominated her for an award, and then she didn't get it because she was gay, but she finally got it. She's like 82 now. But I'm just saying, it's like, this is just our moment, and that's why I said it's gonna die out. The highlight of being gay is gonna die out because something else is gonna happen. But it's just like a stigma of being black. But gay people just really proud. Like, especially gay men, they just be so excited about everything. People go to a gay club, like a regular gay club.
Yeah.
It's so much love in there, and it's just, everybody's excited. Like, I go to straight clubs. I have fun. It's cool, but it's nothing like going to a gay club. Like, everybody's happy to see you. You make friends in the bathroom in 2 seconds. It's like so much love, and we're just so happy all the time. Just go to Montrose and bar hop one day. You'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think gay people do have something to celebrate, especially at this time that is being so accepted. Just because for people who were gay and had to hide it for so long, it's like finally now I can come out and be who I am, and I don't have to be afraid or be judged for it. But I know we're wrapping up the last final questions. Do you guys think, I know in this moment I don't even know that. In this moment, do you guys think that gay people are getting more opportunities now because it's so spotlighted in the media, or do you think they're still being denounced for gay? What do you guys think?
Toya?
Oh, Lord.
You'll be the best person for this, Latoya, because you're PR. You work behind the scenes. Are gay people getting more jobs now, or is it still being kind of pushed to like, I'm not ready to?
I honestly think that the market has changed. I have a really good guy friend who's on a well-known TV show right now. Talked to him on Saturday, and he said, "Look, Tori, I need an assistant. I need one bad." And I was like, okay, blank. I'm going through my Rolodex, and so he was like, no, I need a gay guy because they work hard. And mind you, he's completely straight, nothing, no in between or nothing. So I mean, there's talk, you know what I'm saying, amongst various industries. I know some people who are in real estate who are saying stuff. Well, I can't necessarily say that it's equal for both male and female. I will say that.
Gotcha.
I've seen more opportunities for more gay men than more openly gay women that
I agree.
that look masculine. And I'll just be honest. So I've seen that, but a lot of people, they look at gay guys, especially black guys, as being more creative, being more dedicated, able to, be sassy but still get the job done. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds a little bit.
Right.
Like you can be a woman, but when it's time to put your foot down, you know how to do that as well. So I think opportunities are being created for gay guys more than gay girls.
I like how you put that. Ashton, what do you think? Do you think we're accepting gay as what it is, or you think we're still kind of pushing it to the back burner? We're not ready for all this yet.
It's probably a little bit of both. Not to ride the fence or anything, but I feel like a company would probably hire like a gay guy before they would hire like a straight black male, because maybe, like she was saying, the way they present themselves, a little bit more polished and whatnot, and they view us as a threat for whatever reason. So I don't know. I guess there are like some strides being made, some progress being made, but they'll probably hire like a gay male before they hire a straight black male.
That's interesting you say that. So you think America is kind of respecting gay black males more than they are respecting straight black males?
Oh yeah, it's no question.
Wow.
It's no question. I mean, think about like throughout the history of America, whatnot, we've been treated the worst, like ever since the beginning. So nowadays, you can see it in the media quite frequently, how they portray us and whatnot. There's no respect for us, and here you have gay people in the media or whatnot being celebrated, when we've been just trying to have rights as just human beings as well,
right,
for years and years, and we can't even get that.
And see, that was the whole point of me having this conversation, because I feel like the only reason why most people kind of respect gay right now is just because, one, it's a hot topic. The minute a gay person is kind of denounced for a job or not given a job, and they take that to the media, we run with it, and right, it becomes this huge controversy. And I feel like that's the issue, is just because gay now can use the media to their advantage. Right. Oh, I didn't get this job because I'm gay. Let me take this to CNN real quick. Right. And CNN will blow that up. Oh, yeah. I bet you I get a job next week.
Most definitely.
And so that's the thing. And I work with TV, so I know exactly how it works. If a gay person calls us and tells us I didn't get this job because I'm gay, where you at? Let's go do this interview. And so I think that's just what it is right now. It's right, just kind of it is what it is. It's a hot topic. So Jasmine, what do you think as for the media and things like that? Are we accepting gay because of the media, or are we still kind of pushing it back?
I'm on the fence too.
Okay.
I'm on the fence. Yes and no, but like she was saying, a lot of, I don't know, not even just gay black men, just gay men in general, when it comes to like personal assisting, weddings, interior designing art, they're just so much better at it. And I don't know what it is. Like, when gay boys can dance better than me, I'm a little upset. Like, how can you do all that? You ain't even got no booty, but you just throwing it in a circle. And I feel like it that's how, I think like being gay people is a lot of beauty in that, because it is so amazing that a man who has nothing that a female has the ability and is able to do what a woman can do, and is like 20 times better at it. And they do be dressing so well. That's why you don't know they're gay. Like, if a man is too clean cut, he too manicured, he too fly, that's when you gotta wonder. And yeah, but I know a lot of straight men who can dress too, but it's something about gay men be serving the girls, the men. And even so, me, like, as far as anything that I do, like me being a nanny, women love me because I'm a lesbian. I'm not gonna sleep with your husband, so I'm turning up the point. Nanny market. Yeah. Like, no one feels bad if Tom stay home because they know I'm gonna put Tom in their place. So that helps too. And then I guess because I'm just so loving and nurturing, because I'm gay. Like, I think people just associate like happy and in love with gay so well that I get a lot of touchy-feely opportunities all the time, and it works out. But like, it's crazy. I don't know. When I was in the military, like, people didn't want to take showers with me and stuff, but like, I had really good high rank. Like, I'm your superior officer and stuff. If I had to put you in your place, I would. But it's like, shower time, bathroom time, everybody will run out. I'm like, just because I'm gay don't mean I'm checking you out, because you ain't even my type of. If a man don't want you, I definitely don't want you. So It's all kinds
So
of
it's a
stuff.
hit or miss. It seems
It
like we're
is.
all on the fence of being gay right now in America. Is a hit or miss
Yeah.
situation. It can either go really right or it can go
Yeah, so
really
like,
wrong.
just like the military, they don't. It's harder to be gay in the military because it's been very male dominant. So if you're a gay man in the military, you have it so hard. But women, they give it more. So I think it's the best way. If you a stud and you really want to excel in life, like either be a PE teacher or go to the military because they don't too much.
Listen to these facts from Jackson. If you
They
are a
don't give
gay
you hard
stud, PE teacher, or military is free.
You got it. You got security. One of the two.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're wrapping up this very informative episode of the chat room. I learned a lot. I mean, I'm still kind of on the fence. I still think the media is kind of overexposing gay for what it is, just because it's a hot topic, and I'm not sure if things will change. I'm not sure if it will die down. I'm interested to see where it goes in 5 years. So, let's just kind of wrap it up. Everybody, kind of promote yourselves, your Twitter names, and things like that, just in case people want to hit you up for nanny businesses, some PR, or some music. Let people know where they can find you.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at I am Converse, Twitter I am Converse, Vine I am Converse, everything that's anything I am Converse, and you'll find me.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Ashtonomics. That's Ashton, like Ashton Kutcher, nomics, and I'm on all social media. Just Google me.
That's right. Just Google me.
Hello, just Google me. Okay. I'm Latoria Lemon. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at LATORRIA_L, and I am on Facebook at Latoria Lemon. If you need any PR, public relations, or event coordinating, you can definitely hit me up on social media, and I'll send you over additional details.
Nice. And it is your girl, Miss Chloe Chantel. You guys can find me on Instagram at Miss Chloe Chantel, or just follow me at the.chat.room to know what I'm talking about and any hot topics and things like that. Like I said, this is the 10th airing of the chat room. I am taking a little break until January just to revamp. I got a lot of new things in store for you guys. So catch me back in January. Follow me on Instagram with updates and things like that. And I will see you guys next year.
It's a lot of folks try to get with them players, but you all know they can't get with this flavor. We kept it straight from the A-time, we're making the real come up. Ain't no way we gon' stay down. People try to down the ATP, but you know what's up, well you know what it be. Ain't no way they can hold us back. But Iceberg on the Mr. Bonet on the track. We got the bass dropping and the throat crunk up, so you know what's up. It's time to bring the booty on, and I'm checking for shawty because you know she got it going on. What's up to the big money makers? No shouts out to them other player haters. Lil Red and the boys from the south. What's up? We can't cut it out.